Guys, we need to talk about the Horse Girl game sweeping social media at the moment.
Taking away my breath when you tell me that you think it's hopeless. Turning away again, telling you that we can work this out, but you'd rather drop it. It's a flop, better to leave it right. Normally hard to pull the trigger, but you did it, yeah, you shot.
If you've spent any time on the internet over the last month or so, there's a strong chance that Umamusume Pretty Derby has popped up in your social feeds at some point or another. Whether that's an advert, a meme, a cosplay, or literally anything else, this game has taken centre stage, pole position, or whatever funny horse racing pun that you want to make, and for good reason if I'm being completely honest. If you don't recognise it by its name, which literally translates to horse girl in Japanese, you will by its general description. Umamusume Pretty Derby is all about anime horse girls racing on a track. Yep, okay, bear with me. It's actually a lot more in depth than just that. In the game's career mode, you take on the role of a trainer and you will scout, train, and then race different characters. The training is surprisingly thorough and you have to really think tactically about your actions, as there's a chance that you could fail, which affects your racer's mood and can impact the next event. You'll also need to factor in rest days. After all, these girls can't run forever, and also work on your friendships with fellow racers, since that can give your training a well-needed boost. It's not all about cute characters and funny races. Umamusume actually has layers and layers of gameplay that you need to learn to optimise in order to have a successful career. Otherwise, your faithful companion will end their career early and be sent to the glue factory. You'll have to start again. It sounds pretty complicated, especially to someone who already got stuck the second I said anime horse girls. But once you're in and you face the initial overwhelming feeling of, oh my god, there are so many buttons on the screen, what could they all possibly do? You get the hang of it pretty quickly. I stand by, if I can do it, then you can do it, and oh boy, have I been completely enthralled by this game. But when talking about all things Horse Girl, there's one person we need to speak to here at PC Gamer. Certified Umamusume champion, Molly Taylor is joining us today.
Hi Molly!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm ready to talk horses.
Ready to talk horse. So if I was an alien, how would you describe Umamusume Pretty Derby to me in a few sentences?
Okay, if I had to explain Umamusume to an alien, I would say, imagine there are horses, but the horses are women and the women race, but they're horses, not runners, but they're women.
Yes.
They're like high school girls with ears and tails, and they run and they train like horses and they eat like horses. There's a lot of carrots, and that is how I would explain that to an alien. Oh, and also that the women are horses based on real life.
Yeah.
Based
and
on
you don't
Earth
bet
horses.
on them.
And you don't bet on them. There's no betting in Umamusume.
No. So it's just fun.
It's just for the love of the sport, baby. It's for the love of the sport.
It certainly helps that the horse girls you see within the game have very real counterparts. Each and every character is based on an actual racehorse, and the characters have personality traits and attributes that reflect this. Even their designs give you information about their horsey counterparts, such as their ear accessories, telling you whether or not they were originally male or female. Little details like this are so easy to overlook as a casual player, but this just goes to show that Umamusume takes itself a lot more seriously than it seems. I was initially a naysayer, get it? When I first saw Umamusume. It's been a while since I vowed not to get sucked into another gacha game, but to absolutely no one's surprise, it didn't take long before I had scouted my first few horse girls.
Are there any elements of Umamusume which you think lend it to being either a very good or a very bad gacha game?
I guess I like every run is like a little different. Also, it's very easy to do multiple runs. They're like very generous with stamina regenerating items. I think the characters make it a really good gacha. I think the story makes it really fun and endearing, and I think they've been quite generous so far as well, which has definitely helped. Mm-hmm. The same cannot be said about some other gacha games that have recently launched that I've been playing that shall remain nameless. But yeah, I think they've been, quite encouraging so far and trying to get me to spend. It's not working, but they can continue to try. It's definitely very RNG heavy though. If you're wanting to go into PvP, you got to be willing to cough up some cash. And also you need resilience, because those sparks that you get at the end of a Horse Girls run, they're not very kind very often. You want to like end a Horse Girl run, and then you get these random stats at the end, right, that you can then do lesbian horse magic with to pass on down to your new horses.
Yeah.
And you know, you want good stuff. You want like stuff that's like the running style. You want like 3-star speed, or you want like good stamina. It is never that. It is a 3-star guts spark and some random skill that you just bought to spend all your skill points. I would say the game is great if you're doing it casually. If you're like in it for the long haul and you want PvP, you gotta harden up a little bit, because it's going to be a ride.
The characters are a significant selling point of the game, as is the case with a lot of gachas, but paired with interactions between races and the in-depth training systems, there's actually a huge amount to love. Before you know it, you'll have spent hours perfecting your character's running technique, and you'll be screaming in support at your monitor while they make their way around the track.
So do you have a horse girl / horse in the game, I guess, that you really resonate with? And if so, why? And who?
I don't know if I like resonate with anyone specific, like as in like relatability wise. I don't think there's any horse girl that I'm like, oh my god, that's
Literally
like
me.
me. That's like literally me if I had ears and a tail. I don't know if I'm quite at that point yet. I mean, Oguri Cap likes food, and
I was gonna say
food.
Oguri Cap.
So maybe Oguri Cap in that in that regard. I really like vodka. I have come to be a bit of a vodka stan. I really like her design. I like that she's kind of feisty, and I like that she's got her little rivalry with Daiwa Scarlet, which is real life as well. They're real life rivals. I also really like El Condor Pasa.
Yeah.
Actually, she's got like a really nice kind of energetic attitude. I mean, most of them do, to be fair.
Yeah, you have to when you're running that track.
You have to, but she's got like this really kind of like this just kind of air about it that I think is really cool. So I really like those two a lot. And then obviously Haru Urara. I do feel a bit of kinship with her actually, because she's like, she always tries so hard, and she's like, she just wants to make everyone happy, even though she sucks. No, she sucks.
She does suck.
Most things. She doesn't suck as a person. She just sucks at everything she tries. But she never gives up. She never gives up, and I find that very endearing, as do many, many other people, I think.
However, Umamusume isn't a new release. It actually originally released as a mobile game in 2021, only making its way to PC in June 2025. If you're really committed, you can also get a direct hit of Horse Girl through the anime, which has 3 main seasons, a movie, and a spin-off series. So, plenty of content to get you familiar with the characters you'll inevitably scout and become more emotionally invested in.
Why do you think it has become so popular? Because it's become a bit of like a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Since it released globally.
It's kind of crazy, yeah, because the game's been out in Japan for like 4 years now. Over 4 years at this point. The anime's been out. The first season of the anime came out in like 2018, I think. So, you know, Umamusume is not new. It's not a new thing, even to like the English speaking world. You could watch the anime. I think it's been like a combination of things, right? I think first of all, it has just been that word of mouth of how absurd it is has definitely drawn people in. That's how it worked on me. It's how it worked on you, right?
Yeah.
It's been a very good streamer bait game, I think, as well, right? Because you watch the races, you get like a little hype over them. They're really interesting to watch. All the races are, and I think that like lends itself very well to streaming. And I think having some of these kind of variety streamers, Vinny Vinesauce picked it up. I forget the bold man's name. The nice bold man. Northern Lion? Is that his name? Northern Lion,
I have no idea.
I keep getting Instagram reels of him playing the game. But he's also picked it up. I think it's been very good. Streamer bait that has like converted into shorts, which has spread the word of
Yeah.
Uma out even further. But ultimately, I think it is just it's the parallels and the inspirations that the game draws from real life, right? Like, I don't think any of these characters would be half as interesting if they weren't based on real life racehorses. I think
Definitely.
that is the thing that is like that has kind of hooked so many people in. It's what hooked me in. I don't think I would have carried on playing it. Thank you for letting me talk horse. Thank you for finally giving me another captive audience to drop all of this on.
Yeah. Always. That's what we're here for.
지겨운 것만 같아 저기 지나가는 사람들 같은 표정들 짓고 있잖아